What's up, YouTube? Hey, this is Anthony, and this is a brand new channel. And before we get into what I want to talk about today, I would like to ask that everybody who does watch this that hasn't already done so, please subscribe now. Also, hit the bell for the notifications and give it a like. Share it on social media, comment. In fact, if you would, comment the gas prices at the filling store or filling station that you normally, fill up at, or at least get gas, because I know it's hard to fill up nowadays. But anyhow, so there's a couple of things that I would like to discuss today. Number one being, there are a few things that everybody should be stocking up on now before, it's just not there anymore. Number one would be meat. I know it seems pretty obvious that everybody, well, not everybody, but the majority of population survives. One of their main staples of their diets is meat. We all eat it, unless you're a vegan or a vegetarian, then you're kind of excluded from this. But meat is the best source of iron and protein that you can get. You're not going to get those types of nutritional values from any kind of vegetable or plant-based foods. So with that being said, meat is a great option for protein, great option for iron. It's one of the things that you can eat that's going to maintain your survival, basically. So, I mean, it's just like if you're, stranded on a desert island, or you were lost in the woods, meat is a viable option. Rabbit, squirrel, beef, cows, pigs, chickens, all of it. It's one thing that we all need to survive. All right. The second thing that I want to say, that I think that everybody should be stocking up on right now before, it's completely gone. We're already talking about 10 weeks of wheat left, and that was 2 weeks ago, so that drops us down to 8 weeks. Would be pastas, grains, all forms of grains, really. Rice, flour, cornmeal, anything that you can get that's dry, that you can preserve. Stick it in Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers, or put it in mason jars, plastic sealing containers. There's so many ways you could store wheat for long-term use. It will stay good as long as oxygen isn't repeatedly getting to it, no moisture is getting in there. You just need to start stocking up on wheat products, or grain products for that matter. It doesn't matter what it is, really, just as long as you have it, because it's going to be something that everybody is going to want, but nobody's going to be able to get. The supply is going to be extremely limited with what's going on over in Europe, Asia, Russia, Ukraine, whatever, and possibly soon to be China. So watch out for that too. This is just, Russia-Ukraine thing is just a precursor for what's really going to happen here soon. And look into what's possibly going to happen in November. And I don't mean the midterm elections. I mean something more sinister, all right? Now, there are plenty of posts about it. It's getting taken down left and right, but I would definitely check it out before, everybody's silenced. But anyway, off of that topic. Third thing, water. I know it sounds stupid, but water is one of those things where, we can get it from our tap water, we can get it from, faucets, what have you. But the thing is, there's so many chemicals that they use to treat this water, especially if you're living in an urban area. The fluoride content is out of this world. Chlorine content. I tend to shy away from using tap water unless it's getting boiled first, or it's used in cooking, which obviously is going to get boiled as well. Cleaning's one thing, what have you. You do what you do. But as far as I'm concerned, I do not trust the local water supply. Now, one thing you could do for long-term storage of water is get, obviously, food grade buckets and fill those up and go through an osmosis process, reverse osmosis. I've seen little setups going for dirt cheap. I've also seen ways that you can make distilled water for relatively cheap. I mean, almost pennies, with stuff laying around your house. You can make distilled water. Now, that does strip all the vitamins and nutrients and minerals and things like that are in water. It strips those away. When the taste is a little bland, but I mean, it's water. So, the other thing is, and this is just my thing, I would start getting gas cans. I mean, as many gas cans as you possibly can, and filling them up. Go to the gas station or whatever. Get yourself, a couple 5 gallons or whatever every couple weeks, and stock those away. Gas is about to hit $10 a gallon, folks. And I don't know about you, but I mean, I can't afford that. I can't afford to drive. I live out in the middle of nowhere. It's 30 miles to the nearest wherever. At $10 a gallon, I mean, my car, the one I'm currently sitting in, gets about 22 miles to the gallon. And that's a 60-mile round trip if I want to go to the grocery store or something and come back. So that is basically the equivalent of about 3 gallons of gas. So one trip is going to roughly cost about $30. Now, this ain't no fear mongering, panic, whatever, hype. This is reality. All right. Here in the Midwest, we're seeing gas prices like we've never seen them before, especially at $4.89 a gallon. I don't know about you, but that's a little much for me. It's a little steep on the cost. So with that being said, I would definitely start stocking up on gas. Go to Walmart, go wherever, get you a bottle of Stable, add the right ratio to it, and there you go. It'll last you a while. Chances are you're probably not going to need to keep a hold of it that long, because you're going to end up digging into it and using it. It's getting to the point where fuel is a major concern with a lot of people. A lot of transport companies are having the same issues. They're paying all these exorbitant prices and things, and they're not making anything off these loads. Eventually, some of these trucking companies, the ones that are supplying, major food outlets and things like that, they're going to shut down. They're not going to be able to afford to stay in business. So be mindful of that, folks. My pops, he's a truck driver. He's already seeing it. Lots of trucking companies are shutting down left and right. So just be ever vigilant, folks. But we're going to go ahead and end that. Do me a favor. Again, subscribe, like this, turn on the bell for the notifications, all that good stuff, and hope to see you next time. Thanks, guys. Later.